Hello and welcome back to my channel. The objective of today's video is to further explain the concept of hypothesis and the application of all that basics or basic inputs that we had from framing a research problem to identifying the variables and converting into a hypothesis is what the objective is. So I'll be taking two examples and I will be also discussing the answers to these two questions or examples so that the concept is further clarified. So let's begin. The question here is that the armed forces want to ascertain why young students do not select the armed forces as a career option in their graduation. So, the first question asked here is how would you formulate a research problem to resolve the dilemma? And what would be the variables in the study? And how would you generate the descriptive and relational hypothesis? So let's understand what's the genesis of this problem. There could be many reasons why students do not pick up a career in the armed forces. They may be looking at multiple career paths and will be using some basic criteria to take a decision, and perhaps armed forces may not meet these criteria and therefore is not often selected as the preferred career choice. One can similarly look at the problem from different angles and come up with different ways of framing the management decision problem. So, Genesis, in a sense, is giving you the background of what the entire issue is or research is all about. And that's extremely important because unless you frame the genesis, going further in the research may be slightly difficult. So, what is the management problem that we are framing? Inability of the armed forces to attract young talent. Now, what is a management problem? It is from the client's perspective, not the researcher's perspective. Here we are talking, here the client is the armed forces. So, armed forces is having a problem of the inability to attract young talent. That's how we have converted the genesis into a management problem. Then the research problem becomes to study the factors affecting career choices of young students and its impact on armed forces recruitment. Now, please understand this. The first one is from the client's perspective, whereas research problem is from the researcher's perspective. And therefore, he's trying to study the factors affecting career choice of young students and its impact on armed forces recruitment. The variables under study would be the decision criteria that the student identifies on the basis of the knowledge or he does some exploration or does some data analysis. These might range from compensation package to constant job relocation, safety, security, family, and social background. These can be a few variables. There may be many. Here, as an example, I am taking a few variables. So, how do we frame a descriptive hypothesis? Hypothesis has two parts, null and alternative. We'll come to that later. Let's take this as it is at this time. Choice of career for young students is independent of the compensation package. So, career is our dependent variable, and we have identified the independent variable. A relationship between the two or no relationship between the two is the null hypothesis, and alternate hypothesis is a relation between the two. The relational hypothesis can be safety and security concerns does not lead to young students' preference for other career than an army career or armed forces career. Alternate hypothesis, safety and security concerns lead young students to prefer other career options than armed forces career. So we are comparing between the two. That's a relational hypothesis. Now let's take another example. A diet drink manufacturer in the study finds that young women are more health conscious and are looking for low calorie options. The purchase probability is also influenced by their education and level and the nature of their profession. So we have to identify the research problem and hypothesis. We have to identify and classify the variables under study as independent and dependent. And we have to find out whether there's a possibility of a theoretical framework being generated at the end of this research study. So let's again understand the genesis of the problem. So there could be many reasons why young women are influenced to prefer a low calorie option as listed in the question. Thus, diet drink manufacturers would like to focus on communication, what benefit the women seek from such a beverage. One needs to understand the right contents in a promotion campaign. So here we are not interested in the factors that impact diet drink consumption. No, the problem is very, very clear cut. It's a communication based issue. So let's go to the next part of this. So we frame the management problem and the research problem. Management problem is the client, diet drink manufacturer's problem. So to focus on the benefits desired by young health conscious women for a diet drink. That's the management problem. That's the client's problem. What will be my problem as a researcher? To devise an effective communication strategy to promote health drink amongst young women. So what are the variables? Dependent variable is the promotion strategy. And independent variable are health benefits, celebrity endorsement, opinion leader endorsement, and so on and so forth. So how will we frame the hypothesis? The null hypothesis for all three variables. Promotion through celebrity endorsement has no significant impact on the choice of the diet drink. The alternate hypothesis is exactly the reverse of this. Promotion through celebrity endorsement has a significant impact on the choice of the diet drink. The second null hypothesis, promotion through opinion leaders have no impact on the choice of the diet drink. Alternate hypothesis, promotion through opinion leaders has a direct impact on the choice of diet drinks. The third null hypothesis, promotion of health benefits has no impact on the choice of the diet drink. Now let's go to the last question, which is can there be a theoretical framework? Now this research is being done for the first time. So it's a type of inductive research. And therefore, you are creating a theory on the basis of this research. So, being an inductive research, it is possible to make a theoretical framework for the study, and this framework can be utilized by other diet drink manufacturers for either their research or decision making. In case based on some exploratory study, we may decide to create either a diagrammatic representation of relationship between different variables under the study, or uh, what would be the right communication strategy that needs to be developed for all health drink manufacturers. So whatever we come out of this research will become applicable or relevant to other health drink manufacturers. So that's it for today. We will end this session at this point. Please subscribe to my channel, like my video, and share it with as many people as possible. Thank you. Thank you very much.